Okay, so today here we are with the Kotak Mahindra Bank results Q3 FY25 of Kotak Mahindra Bank. We saw Axis Bank results last week. Those were disaster set of numbers. So let's see how our Kotak Mahindra Bank numbers. So let's start with the P&L account now first. First with the income part. Net interest income 7,196 crores versus 6,554 crores. That's a 10% increase year on year. And quarter on quarter also there's a sequential increase. Now, other income grew about 14% year on year, and quarterly there's a flat numbers, a slight decrease on the decrease side. Total income grew by 11% year on year, and quarter on quarter also there's a increase about 100 crores. Now, expenses grew about 8% year on year, quarter on quarter. I think a 1% odd increase in the expenses. Now, operating profit 5,181 crores versus 4,566 crores. Year on year, there's an increase about 13%. Quarter on quarters, 100 odd crores increase. Now, important number to note is provisions and contingencies. Provisions and contingencies year on year, it's an increase about 37%, and quarter on quarter, there's a good increase. I think 10 odd percent, 10 to 12 odd percent. So 794 crores versus 579. That's an increase of 37% in provisions and contingencies. An important number to note. PAT 3305 crores versus 3005 crores last year. So 10% increase. A good number. Quarter on quarter, there's a decrease in PAT. So quarter on quarter, okay numbers. Year on year, good set of numbers from Kotak Bank. Now let's quickly come to the other aspects of the results, that is CASA ratio. CASA ratio, current accounts to saving accounts ratio, last quarter 43.6% versus 42.3%. There's a sequential decrease in CASA ratio on quarter basis. That means your cost of funds should increase. So lower CASA ratio means higher cost of funds. So 47.7% last year, now 42.3%. So year on year basis and quarter on quarter basis, both there's a decrease in CASA ratio, which led to an increase in cost of funds. So 4.92% last year versus 5.06% is the cost of funds. So this is a bit key concerning the ratio which you have to look at in the Kotak Bank results. That's a decrease in CASA ratio. Another thing now we'll have to see is about the asset quality. Asset quality, gross NPA is 1.5 versus the last quarter 1.49. Last year 1.373%. So a decrease year on year and also quarter on quarter, very stable numbers. So gross NPA is stable. So everything that you see in percentage need not increase. These are gross NPAs which should decrease. So stable numbers on the NPA part. Net NPA 0.41 versus 0.43 last quarter. Stable numbers quarter wise. Yearly a slightly increase in the NPA. Now coming to fresh slippages 1657 crores versus 1875 last quarter. Decrease, or you can say stable, but year on year there's an increase in slippages. So slippages part is very concerning in all the banks. We saw with the Axis Bank, now with the Kotak. So this is something to watch in with the other banks also now. So we're done with the other with the Kotak Mahindra Bank results. Now let's go to the other subsidiaries of Kotak Mahindra Bank. Let's see the Q3 numbers there. There's a special thing in this, that's why I've come to this section now. So if you see Kotak Mahindra life insurance numbers, 17% increase year on year. Kotak Mahindra AMC and international subs is an increase about 65%. International business is down about 18% year on year. Other asset management related business is up 136%. Kotak Securities is PAT is up about 46%. Mahindra Capital PAT is up about 170%. So these are the businesses that are doing very good for Kotak. That is securities business, life insurance business, and also AMCs. These are unlisted. That's why there's no value unlocking in Kotak Mahindra stock. And the other businesses, prime and investments, is down about 30 odd percent and 9 odd percent. So if you see Kotak Mahindra Bank, which has not performed from last 5 years, I think there's hardly an increase of 28% in the stock price. So highly underperforming bank, but it's a value adding bank. This is a bank that you should add on dips, is what I think, because it's the number wise and all, it's balance sheet wise, it's a very very pure gem. So you should buy on declines is my suggestion for this bank. Of course, you cannot directly conclude what will happen on the next day. But then numbers are very good for the Kotak Mahindra banks. So on the RBI part, last part, which they put the restrictions upon adding on new customers and also for the credit card issuance, that still is under review. There's no clear mandate for that regard. So it's still continuing the same way. So that's it for Kotak Bank results. Stay updated. If you want to stay updated, you have to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. That's it for today. Bye bye.